Is your man giving you mixed signals? You think he might love you, but for some reason he appears hesitant about it? When it comes to dealing with men and their complicated behaviour, it can be tough to understand what they're truly thinking. After all, sometimes a man is cold because they love you, and other times they're cold because they just don't like you. However, when you research and understand male psychology, it's not as complicated as you might think. So in this video, I thought we'd go over tried and true ways to figure out exactly how he is truly feeling. We'll also go over the reasons why he might be scared about falling in love with you. We have a lot to cover, so let's get started. Number 1, he can't help but stare at you. This is an obvious sign that he loves you. Guys generally do it naturally. Whether you're doing something boring like working on your laptop or you're taking out the washing to dry, he can't help but look at you doing it. All you have to do is glance over his way every now and then and see if you catch him looking. If he is looking, you can bet your bottom dollar that he loves you. Number 2, he wants to save the day. When you've had an argument with a friend, he'll naturally take your side. When you cross the road, he'll put his body on the side of the traffic. He can't help it. Even if he is afraid to admit that he loves you for various reasons, he won't be able to control his actions of wanting to protect you and be your hero. A study published in the Physiology and Behavior Journal shows that males' testosterone makes them feel protective over their mate's safety and well-being. So naturally, if he loves you, he would want to protect you. There's actually a fascinating new concept in relationship psychology that's getting a lot of buzz at the moment. It goes to the heart of the riddle about why men fall in love and who they fall in love with. Simply put, men want to be your everyday hero. They want to step up to the plate for the woman in their lives and provide and protect her. This is deeply rooted in male biology. People are calling it the hero instinct. The kicker is that the man won't fall in love with you when he doesn't feel like your hero. I know this may sound a bit silly. In this day and age, women don't need someone to rescue them. They don't need a hero in their lives, and I couldn't agree more. But here's the ironic truth. Men do still need to feel like a hero, because it's built into their DNA to seek out relationships that allow them to feel like one. If you would like to learn more about the hero instinct, check out the free online video I've linked to in the description below by the relationship psychologist who coined the term. You'll learn the little things you can do and say to trigger this very natural male instinct. Some ideas are game changers, and when it comes to making a man commit to a long-term relationship, this is one of them. Number 3, he's ignoring you. Surely if he is ignoring you, he doesn't love you, right? Wrong. Sometimes a guy ignores you because he loves you, particularly if he is scared about it. Sound confusing? Well, some guys will go out of their way to do anything but appear desperate. They don't want to show that they love you because then that will give everything away. It's also a way to protect their ego. If they think that you might not be interested in them, then they'll pull back on expressing their emotions. And the best way to do this is to ignore you. But don't worry. Once you start showing that you're interested too, then he'll come around and start expressing himself better. He won't be scared that he is falling in love with you because he knows that you're falling for him. Number 4, he remembers every little detail of what you say. We've all heard before that men aren't the best listeners, and to be honest, for the most part, that is probably true. But if your man loves you, he'll listen to everything you say. He hangs on it. If you mention that you're attending your sister's friend's birthday party, he'll be the first to ask how it was the next day. If he mentions that you're allergic to peanuts, then any restaurant that he chooses for you to go to, he'll make sure peanuts aren't on the menu. When he's listening unconditionally to what you say, you know it's true love. Number 5, he keeps supporting you. No matter what you're doing, whether you're cooking dinner for the two of you or you're pursuing your dreams in your career, he is always supporting you and cheering you on from the sidelines. He wants the best for you. He wants you to realize your potential and he wants you to be fulfilled. He can't help but encourage you to follow your dreams because your happiness is paramount to his happiness. Unconditional love and support is a key attribute of the hero instinct. I mentioned this concept above. The thing is, male desires are not complicated, just misunderstood. Instincts are powerful drivers of human behavior, and this is especially true for how men approach their relationships. So when the hero instinct isn't triggered, men are unlikely to commit to a relationship with any woman. He holds back because being in a relationship is a serious investment for him. How do you trigger this instinct in him and give him the sense of meaning and purpose? You don't need to pretend to be anyone you're not or play the damsel in distress. You don't have to dilute your strength or independence in any way, shape or form. In an authentic way, You simply have to show your man what you need and allow him to step up to fulfill it. In his excellent video, James Bauer outlines several things you can do. He reveals phrases, texts, and little requests that you can use right now to trigger his hero instinct. As I mentioned before, I've linked to the video in the description below. By triggering this very natural male instinct, you'll not only give him greater satisfaction, but it will also help to rocket your relationship to the next level. Number 6. His friends know how much he cares about you. This is a clear sign that he loves you if his friends know a huge deal about you. Perhaps they know what your job is, how you two met, and what sport you love to play. How could this be the case when he is scared to admit that he loves you? Simple. Guys find it much easier to communicate with their guy friends, and they'll naturally share the details of someone they're keen on. It shows that he can't get you off his mind. What's more, he'll also invite you out with his friends so he can show you off. Number 7. He is acting nervous around you. This goes back to the point before about ignoring you. The reason he is feeling nervous has to do with his emotions. He is feeling something strongly and is starting to realize that he loves you. But because of this, he'll want to impress you at all costs. What does this do? It puts pressure on him to perform. He wants to make you interested in him, which will make him nervous. He doesn't want to lose you, and he doesn't want you to not like him. Now that we've gone through the signs that show he loves you but is scared to fall for you, you've probably got a good idea if he likes you or not. But the big problem might be that he doesn't know himself. Men are wired differently to women. We're driven by different things when it comes to relationships. And most of the time, we're not even consciously aware of the things that drive us. I've recently been introduced to a fascinating new concept in relationship psychology that explains so much about men, the hero instinct. What is it? As I touched upon earlier in this video, the hero instinct is the basic biological urge men have to provide for and protect women. Simply put, men want to be your hero. Not an action hero like Thor, but he does want to step up to the plate for the women in his life and to be appreciated for his efforts. And the most important thing for you to know is this: most men won't fall in love with a woman until this instinct is triggered. To learn more about this game-changing concept, watch the excellent free video about the hero instinct that I've linked to in the description below. If you want to understand what really makes men tick and who they fall in love with, I recommend watching this video.